right? Don't you understand that? This is different. Christ is not playing with y'all. It's not how you look. It's not how you act. It's what you do according to the word. Christ said he searches the mind and the soul. It's your character. Now, I like to use the Merriam-Webster because the Merriam-Webster comes off of the Greek. And I say that all the time. I wanted to go to the synonyms for character. I want y'all to listen very carefully. I'm not going to go to the definition. I wanted to go to the synonyms for character. I want y'all to listen. Okay? Here are some synonyms, meaning words that mean the same thing for character. Baby, being, bird, bod, body, creature, customer, devil. Interesting. One of the words for character is devil. Human, human being. Individual, individual. Life, man, mortal, person, personage, soul. The main word that I wanted to get to there was the word soul. That's interesting. Soul. So another word for character is your soul. I want y'all to remember that. Let's go to Acts 16. Acts 16. Acts 16. Acts 16, right? All right. So let me tell y'all how the Jezebel works, right? The Jezebel mind frame is very, very dysfunctional. The way people under the Jezebel mind thinks is very, very dysfunctional. These are among the most wicked people. Now, does this mean that everybody in religion is wicked? No, no. The Jezebel spirit can be upon somebody, and it can be upon you, but it also can lead you. Some people are just being led by it. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily upon them per se, but you have to be careful. So what many of you out there have to do is you have to shake that spirit away. And the only way you can shake it away is with Christ, right? The word of Christ. Now, I want y'all to listen very carefully, right? Because y'all don't know who to hate. Y'all don't know whether you want to hate me or hate the people that hate me. Some of y'all are just like, damn, I hate them both. I hate him, man. I hate the people that hate him. God damn. I hate him, but I hate the people that hate him. The people that hate him, because they some motherfuckers, but I hate him too. Because he always telling me, T, that I don't like what he's saying. He's talking some shit that's pissing me off. Because I want to do it this way. I want to do it the way of the world. I want to do it the Babylonian way. The pagan way. I don't want to do it the truthful. I don't want to walk in truth. I hate the truth. I want to do it according to the devil. And he keep talking his shit. I want him to shut up, and I want the people that hate him to shut up because I don't like them either. This is how the Jezebel spirit operates. Acts 16. We're going to go to verse 16. We're going to read to 23. Now, it happened as we went to prayer that a certain slave girl possessed with a spirit of divination. So, this woman was possessed with a spirit of divination. But I want y'all to listen very carefully, because when y'all think about witchcraft, and this type of spirit is a feminine spirit, it's a bitch spirit, but it can be on women, but it can be on men. So I want you to listen very carefully, because it's going to tell you how these type of people operate. So when people think about witchcraft, you think about, oh, magical lights and wands and turning people into frogs and the shit that you see them demon magicians doing on YouTube and all of that. Certainly that's evil magic, no doubt about it. That's of the devil. But there's also manipulation witchcraft. This witchcraft is just as evil. And those who use this witchcraft will also be put to death. Now, that's what slander is. Slander and operating with slander is manipulation witchcraft. So, listen carefully. Now, it had happened as we went to prayer that a certain slave girl possessed with a spirit of divination, see there, met us, whom brought her masters much profit by fortune. So she brought her masters much profit by fortune telling. See that there? Fortune telling is a witchcraft. Okay? It's witchcraft. It's not the glamour and glitz and the wizards and warlocks, but it's witchcraft. Right? It's manipulation witchcraft. Getting you dumb, stupid people to think that they're telling you your future. Oh, so foolish. Right? Now, this girl followed Paul and us and cried out saying, These men are the servants of the Most High Elohim, who proclaim to us the way of salvation. Now, this woman was evil. She had witchcraft on her. But she's following behind Paul and following behind Silas, acting like she's trying to help them out. These men are the men of God, and they're doing this and they're doing that. But all along, she's trying to get them hooked up in the game, see, because they was walking the streets. See, and Paul had enemies. Paul had enough enemies, right? So she walking behind them. These men are the men of God. See this here? Wicked. They're trying to act like, oh, you know, I'm saying y'all the men of God. Man, get the fucking behind me, woman. Get your evil, wicked ass out here. These type of people, they normally, now pay attention, right? Because it's going to say, and this he did, and this she did for many days. She did it for many days. She did this shit here, right? But Paul, right? Paul greatly annoyed, so Paul eventually he became irate with the heifer. It says greatly annoyed. Turned and said to the spirit. See, those of you who use manipulation, witchcraft, you have a spirit upon you. Paul turned, and it didn't say he turned and said to the woman. We are dealing with principalities of wickedness in high places. That's why I have an understanding and I have a comprehension of what's going on with most of you wicked niggas and nigroettes. Y'all wicked because of you have something within you that's attracting these spirits. Whether it be slander, whether it be jealousy, whether it be envy, whether it be hatred, whether it be gossip, whatever your spirit is, right, you're attracting it. Whether it be animosity, whether it be to sow discord amongst brethren, whatever your wicked ass spirit is, these devils resonate with your psyche. Just like the scripture that says his spirit, the spirit of Christ, testifies with our spirit that we are children of God. The devil is testifying with 66% of you niggas. See that there? It goes both ways. See? So Paul became frustrated with this heifer. Right? So he's gonna say, he turned and he said to the spirit, I command you in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach to come out of her. See how, that's how I am. That's how I'm becoming. I'm not looking at you wicked ass niggas and nigroettes. Y'all evil as shit. I'm looking at the spirit within you. The spirit that is holding you captive. You evil mother. The spirit that's holding you captive. Flee from you now in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. You wicked spirit of all of these slanderers and all of you who manipulative do divination, of all of you gossipers, of all of you jealous people, of all of you liars, of all of you thieves, all of you those of you that have the homosexual spirit, those of you that sacrifice your children, your sons, your daughters, your mothers, your fathers, right? But see, I ain't gonna front. I'm not built like Paul. Paul had the indwelling of the Ruach. Now the Ruach can lead you and it can indwell with you. Just like a wicked spirit can manipulate you and it can possess you. The Spirit of God can, but I don't like to use the word manipulate for the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God guides you into all truth. I'm being guided, but I don't have the indwelling. Why? Because I know I don't have the indwelling. Because my shit get Gibraltar when I look at fat butts. That's why. Right? I'm still fighting with that. But sue me, because some of you are fighting with worse shit. Especially those of you who are in the circumcision, who can't stop your mouths. I'd rather have my evil than your evil any day. Because at least my evil I'm not acting on it, right? I don't follow these stray heifers out here. You know what I'm saying? I am in a situation now where I am tranquil. You understand what I'm saying? Amongst that. Now, am I justifying? Am I justifying that? No, I'm not justifying it. But right now, it is what it is. And yes, I do fight it every day. I fall and I get back up every day, but I'm not engaging in wickedness, right? I'm not engaging in wickedness, right? Now, I want y'all to listen, right? So, Paul turned around and he said to the spirit in that woman, he said to her spirit. So, it's the spirit. We do not wrestle with flesh and blood. This is the part that y'all can't wrap your head around. We do not wrestle with flesh and blood, but principality. Now, this is the problem that many of you wicked Negroes and Negroettes need to beware of. If you're not going like this, don't do it. Do it. 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 If you don't got an angel on one side and a devil on the other side, if you only have a devil on the left shoulder, you're in trouble. Because that means you're not, if you find yourself where you're not being judged or you're not being judged for your evil. Now, don't get me wrong. Judgment comes to wickedness. Some niggas get judged. Why? Because it depends on how much Christ has. See, some of y'all, Christ just, he has enough of it and he take you women and men out of here quickly. Because he is no hope for you. Some of you, he may let you linger around so you can burn in the hellfire. He wants your sin to become full. He wants your sin to become full grown so he can burn you in the lake. See, you never know what Christ got in store with wicked niggas. But if you're not being chastised, see, when I do something wrong, Christ chastised me. Smack me upside my head, smack me upside my back, smack my wrist. Lo, I'm warning you. Don't say nothing to that woman because she might. Now, I'm not talking about a righteous woman. You know, I can speak to a righteous woman. I can court and get to know a righteous woman. But I'm talking about the Jezebels and shit out here. I'm not talking about a righteous woman, right? But in any event, you know, if you're not being judged and you just walking down a lonely road, continuing in your evil and continuing in your wickedness, and Christ is letting you go ahead, you're going to die to death because he don't love you because you're not one of his children. See, many of y'all only worry about what's cool. Y'all only worry about what's cute and nice and all of these things. That's all you're concerned about. But you're not concerned that you're going to die to death from all your evil. Okay? So, let me go here to a false report. Let me show you. Now, the reason why this message is called Within the Gates, because I'm talking to my people. And there are wicked people within the nation of black people that are not for our people. And it's clear to see because they slander and they gossip, they cause discord, and they do all of these things to any Negro, to any black person, especially if that black person has nothing to do with you. Now, let's go to Numbers 13. Numbers 13. Numbers chapter 13. Right? And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I gave unto the children of Israel, of every tribe of their fathers, shall send ye a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of Yahuwah, sent them from the wilderness to Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up unto the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many. Verse 21, so they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rahab, as men come to Hamath. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the people of Israel, unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land. So these men, right, and they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them. So these men were sent out to spy out the land of Canaan. Why? Because the land of Canaan was the land of milk and honey. It had plentiful grass. It was, meaning it brought fruit. It brought forth fruit from the ground for growing vegetables and fruits and all of these things. And it was just a beautiful land. And that was the land that Yahuwah was going to give the children of Israel who were wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. But all the people that were wandering in the wilderness that came out of Egypt, none of them made it to the land of milk and honey. Only the children that were born in the wilderness. Why? Because they were born in they were born in, not in captivity, but they had no knowledge of captivity. They didn't have that spirit upon them. That was the only way they could go into the land of milk and honey. Just like you niggas today have the Babylonian spirit upon you. That's why you love this world, and some of y'all don't want Christ to come back. Some of you believe, but you don't even want him to come back. Why? Because you love this world. You love the diamonds and the glitter and the gold and the money and the fancy cars and all of these things and the beautiful women, right? Well, I can understand that part, but you can't be running around about like that though, right? But you love all of these things, right? But you can't go about like that, right? You can't go about like that, right? You can't love this world, right? It says, he who loves the world and everything of this world, if you love being down here, if you prefer being here and not aiming for the kingdom, meaning you don't want the kingdom, but you want to stay here, you're of the devil. The Father is not in you. You don't love the Father. You don't love Christ. Right? So these wicked niggas come back with the report. And they all talking to Moses, and Caleb quieted the people. He stilled the people, meaning he kept calm down. Everybody talking at once. Calm down before Moses so they could talk to Moses one at a time. And he said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome them. So the people come back with the report. So Caleb and Joshua were the only two people that came out of Egypt that went to the land of milk and honey. Why? Because they had faith. If you notice here, speaking to the circumcision, because those of you who are novice are not going to understand my point here. But those of you in the circumcision, notice Caleb, before they even gave the report, Caleb said, let us go and take it. Surely we can do it. Because Caleb had faith. Caleb was even more faithful than Joshua. Joshua only had his faith because he always was underneath Moses' wing, and he was halfway up the mount, and he heard Yahuwah speaking to Moses. That's why Joshua's faith was so strong. Well, he had strong faith, but that's what made Joshua who he was. That's what made Joshua a knower, a trustee. See, you have a believer, and then you have a trustee. What made Joshua a trustee was him hearing the voice of the Lord while he was up there speaking to Moses. Because Joshua wasn't down there celebrating with the calf like everybody else, making the gold calf, celebrating false idols. Joshua was halfway up the damn mountain and he heard everything that Yahusha was saying to Moses. Caleb was a different nigga, because Caleb never even did that. Caleb's trustee, Caleb was somebody different. Caleb was a trustee from the muscle. Caleb he wasn't even underneath Moses the way Joshua was. In my opinion, Caleb was greater than Joshua, in my opinion, because Caleb was a believer from the muscle. Caleb didn't even need it, he just believed. That's a different spirit, that's a whole something different. Caleb was actually different. That's why he's going to say right here, he's, oh, look, calm down, all that shit y'all talking, let's go and get him. Caleb just knew that he could conquer, that they could go there and they could do it, because this was all a test from Christ. They didn't need to go and spy the land at all. Christ just wanted to show you that they had black people within black people who are not for us. Okay? It's going to say right here, and Caleb stilled the people before Moses.